Let's talk about how to be happy during a crisis. And we've got one going on now. So and stick with me till the end because, I'll talk about some of the most important parts toward the end.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today, I have a lot of books on stress management. I want to talk about how to be happy in the middle of a crisis. And, we got a crisis going on now these days. So, a lot of people are having a hard time with all of this. And here's a few things that you can do. And really, it's super simple, but at the same time, I find 99% of the people have forgotten how to deal with these types of things. You have to remind yourself, first of all, it could get a lot worse. I lived in a 6x9 foot room with no windows, no water, no bathroom, no nothing for a year. And I screamed out to God, I'm not giving up. There's no doubt about that. And, things did get better eventually. And it made me stronger for it. There's no doubt about it. We just have to put things in perspective. And a lot of times we kind of catastrophize things and make it worse. And it's really important to look at what's going on. If we need to exercise, if you don't take care of your body, you're not going to be around no matter what. So exercise also lifts up dopamine and serotonin in the brain and really helps to get rid of stress. Hey, you got to do something fun. I was just talking with one of my clients the other day, and she says, I don't know what to do for fun. Well, there's a lot of things. If you have your own house, you can garden in the back. I garden all the time. I have 40 banana trees out front. All kinds of different things. I just dug up sugar beets this morning. All kinds of things. That is a lot of fun to me. I love being out in nature. Also, take action. Just don't sit around. Sitting around is one of the worst things, where our mind is kind of ruminating all the time. Get out and do something. And we can go outside and be in nature. We can go out in the woods and walk, and nature is very healing. You look for meaning in life. I think it's really important because a lot of times we give up on life. And I think it's really important that we look for the meaning of all this. What am I learning out of all this? And really take it to heart. When we get scared or we watch something, really scary, or we see something scary or hear about something scary, within 74 milliseconds, that's less than a second, our amygdala in our brain puts out hormones to change us into a stress mode. Wow. Is that amazing or what? So we really need to stay mentally on the positive side as much as possible, because otherwise our amygdala is going to put us into stress mode, and we don't want that to happen. Also, as sometimes when bad things happen, we have to look for that, good things. I don't like to say cliches, but the silver lining and type of stuff. I had a good friend that came down with cancer, but it brought her whole family back together in a great way. Also, I remember losing a job myself, and it really moved me. And also getting a divorce moved me to another plane of understanding that I needed to work on myself and went back to school. So in a great way, something bad turned out to be something good. So I always look at it that way. It's important to also spend times with, family and friends. It's really important. Even if you just get on the phone or we have Skype and all kinds of different things now, WhatsApp and FaceTime and all kinds of things. So we can really interact with lots of people. And so spend that time with these people because you need to have that support. Most people, I tell you, are islands unto themselves, and they don't think that support is important. Well, it is really, really important. And also kind of look at the root cause of what's going on in your mind. You know what I mean? Is it some kind of negative thinking that's going on, or is it something that happened really, in your life, like you lost your job, or I know somebody just got evicted from their apartment. Things like that happen. There's no doubt about it. And we will get through this, guy. actually was living in his car before, and then he got an apartment, and then he lost his job, and then he got evicted again. I know he'll get through this too, but he has to think positive. But he has a cycle of going up and down with the thoughts, and we need to stay up all the time in order to get through these things. If we catastrophize and say, no, this is terrible, nothing's going to happen with this, it's not going to be good. We have to watch our thinking. There's no doubt about that. If we watch our thinking, we have to ask a couple questions. First of all, is this a loving thought? Is it loving for myself? And also, is it loving and growing for everybody else around me? And that's really, really, really important. I think a lot of people, on the average, don't look at their thoughts in general. They think, they just come and they just go. Well, we're in control of that. And we have to take control. Otherwise, it will spiral us down into the gutter. There's no doubt about that. Also, feelings of stir craziness because you don't have anything to do. Well, there's a lot of things to do. Like I said, I work in the garden. Yesterday, I was putting in some plumbing. We have a 70-year-old house, so there's always something to do around here. Feelings of being lonely. On the average, I think a lot of people have ways to connect with people, but they don't. And also, they don't even connect with the person in their life. Maybe their wife, their husband, their boyfriend, or wherever it is, or even their kids. They don't even connect with those. You're walking this way, that one person's walking that way. Don't even look at each other. So it's really important to do that on every 2 hours, in fact. We also have to learn to spend time with ourselves and be okay with it. A lot of people have a hard time with that. I think a lot of people can't spend a moment of time with themselves. Well, I love my own time together. I do long walks in the morning. I do 2 miles in the morning and another 6 miles later on in the afternoon. So I love my time to do that. And I think it's really important to connect with ourselves on a regular basis. And being grateful. Grateful and gratitude, are really important. If we don't think about what we are grateful for, I had a lady yesterday, she said, I have nothing to be grateful for. Well, you have a roof over your head, you have a refrigerator that has food in it, you have a job, and she does all these different things. And, you have children that you love, on and on and on. But a lot of people don't even think about the fact that they have a lot going on, and there are things to be grateful for. Also, we need to learn to love ourselves. I think that's really, really, really important. Most people don't love themselves, and this creates a huge amount of unhappiness. A lot of times these people are looking for love from other people, and they're never going to, feel fulfilled by other people's love because they can't crawl inside and fill the hole in our heart. And we can only plug that hole with self-love. And we start to love ourselves in a great way, wow, great things change. And also getting out and helping other people. I think it's really important that we help people, work in a soup kitchen, help people who have no food whatsoever. I walk down the street and we have a lot of beggars here, so I will give a lunch there, give a lunch there, that type of thing. It makes not only that person feel good, but the one giving feel good also. You can make a difference in that person's life. Happiness is contagious. I think that's really, really important. If you're upbeat and happy about life, other people are going to get upbeat and happy also. And we need to allow ourselves to be the contagion in this world right now. We need a happy contagion. There's no doubt about it. So you allow yourself to be the happy person. I get this all the time. A lot of people go, what are you laughing for? Well, you know what? It's better than crying. And it's a lot better than just grumping around. I would like to laugh myself to health also. And, even Norman Cousins healed himself of cancer by watching funny movies. I think it's really important that we allow ourselves to laugh a lot. If we look on the inside of ourselves and not outward for happiness, we're going to find it. There's no doubt about it. I really think it's important not to watch the news, pick up the highlights if you want, but don't watch it continuously. that will start off this amygdala process of putting out negative hormones, putting us into stress, and we're going to be in worse shape. Also, being on the internet all the time, not a good thing. This is no more than 30 minutes a day. It becomes a relationship after a while, and all of a sudden your wife is going, hey, you on the internet. Or your husband is going, hey, you. It becomes the most important relationship in your life after a while. Well, it's really not. If it all disappeared tomorrow, it wouldn't be a big deal to me. There's no doubt about it. I don't even look at the social media at all, and I tell you the truth, because I know it's really not healthy. I like keeping in touch with friends there, but that's about it. I find it's really not a healthy thing. So limit your social media to 20 or 30 minutes a day. Also, it's kind of like eating junk food. You know what I mean? It's not healthy. If you're eating burgers and fries all the time, you're not going to be healthy. If you're eating, a nice big salad full of tomatoes and radishes and bell peppers and all kinds of things, that's healthy. Well, think of the social media as being a huge amount of burgers and fries. Not healthy. There's all kinds of different things I think is really important. Also, just making eye contact with people. Maybe you're wearing a mask, so you can still look at people and, you can see a difference in a person's eyes just even when they're smiling under a mask. There's no doubt about that. So I really think it's very important to make eye contact as much as possible. Also, when we make eye contact, we actually get oxytocin going in our brain, and it's a feel-good hormone, and we feel better, and it gets rid of stress. Also, hugs. Get a hug every couple hours from your wife, from your spouse, in general, from your kids, and you feel good, they feel good. It's a win-win situation, and no doubt about that. Instead of being optimistic all the time. I think it's good to be optimistic. There's no doubt about it. But let's be hopeful. I think it's really important to have a lot of hope for the future of mankind and your future in general. Things are going to get better. There's no doubt about that. We always have and always will, but we, as people, tend to make things worse than they are. Also, people who, allow themselves to go on social media and that type of thing and catastrophize things, also get into eating disorders and drinking and drugs and all kinds of things because they're not sure about what the future will bring. Well, that's really not good. We need to just say, I'm hopeful that things are going to get better. That changes our brain right there and changes our amygdala. So it's really important. That also empowers ourselves because we can make a difference in the world. As Gandhi said, be the change you want to see in the world. And I think that's really important. And Lao Tzu also says, being the rock in the middle of the stream is important. Have you ever seen somebody in a raging river and they got stranded in their car and they're holding onto a rock? That's what people do with a rock. They hold on hard. Look, if you got people in your life, in your family, and your extended family, looking up to you, you gotta be the rock. There's no words to it, and try to keep your thinking on par with, Gandhi and Lao Tzu and Jesus and all these different people. You gotta move it to another level. Also, people are suffering from isolation. There's no reason in this day and age. And we have a lot of different ways to connect with people and lots of different groups we can connect with also. And also the phone is right there. You can pick it up anytime. You can take it with you. Also, working from home is kind of a craziness sometimes because a lot of people will work and get distracted and work and get distracted. What could be done in 5 hours ends up taking 12 hours. And I recommend you only do about 8 to 9 hours of work every day. 8 hours for sleep, 8 hours for work, 8 hours for play. You need that play time too, and most people don't know what to do for play. So you're going to have to figure that out. Maybe, doing an online chess club, that would be good, where you're looking at the person and making eye contact. That's important. Also, have good intentions for the day. I think it's really important. First thing in the morning I do, my prayers. No doubt about that. I do 20 minutes to 30 minutes of prayers every day. And it reminds me of what I'm grateful for that I have in my life. I'm thankful for my wife, thankful for our dogs, thankful for my family, all my friends, and all these different things. We're thankful for great health, on and on and on. I think it's really important to do that gratitude process every day about what you're thankful for, and do the prayers and allow yourself to find that peace within doing those prayers. That's super important. And also, it's important to be happy about your community and connecting with the community. You got to go to the store sometime, and just saying hello to someone and making eye contact is very, very important. That uplifts your body and makes oxytocin come into your brain, and you feel good. And also be happy for your coworkers and, extended family in your life. And, even the person at the post office and that type of thing. All of it is important. So allow yourself to see the good in all different things. And allow yourself to stop the catastrophizing process and allow yourself to, have hope. Hope is the most important thing that you can take away from all of this. Allow yourself to, put into action a few things that I said and take in all of it and make a change in your life. And we will get through the crisis. There's no doubt about that. Everybody will get through the crisis. I have in my life multiple times. And I expect I'll get through this one and more to come in the future. And so if you want to do a consultation, feel free to get a hold of me. I ask for a $50 donation, and that gives you an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes up to 2-hour consultation to get you moving in the right direction towards healing that chronic disease you have going on, and 2 or 3 months support to get you really going and having support in the process of really moving in a direction of great health. Also, remember my new book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. Just look it up as Google Live a Cancer-Free Life. Live a Cancer-Free Life. And you can download it as a Kindle or you can order the book on Amazon, also paperback. And if you like it, I recommend and ask that you put down a wonderful positive comment. I really appreciate that very much. Have a wonderful day. Remember a couple things. Remember God. Remember, I love you.